Good morning, children. I hope you are safe at home. I also hope you had your breakfast. Are you ready for today's class? Right, let's start. So, from today, we let us try to know about the great scientist of India, right, who has got the Nobel Prize, Sir C.V. Raman, in second lesson. Today we are going to make it as a part 1, right? 1 to 3 or 4 paragraphs we discussed today, right? It's the second lesson of 8th standard, Sir C.V. Raman. So what we have to do now, children? Before going to start the lesson, we have to go for listening passages, right? After that, in the beginning of the lesson, they have given some questions. Your part is, after listening the passage, you have to answer the questions which I am going to write on the blackboard, right? Or you have to answer, right? Are you ready? Shall we move? Listening passage number 2, which belongs to the second lesson, Sir C.V. Raman. Listen carefully while I am reading. Bhaskara II was a famous scientist and a great poet too. He was a Kannadiga born in Vijaypura. His father was Maheshwaropadhyaya, was a learned mathematician. Bhaskara's first teacher was his own father. Bhaskara invented Kalachakra, the time clock. Right? Listen it. Shall I read once again? Listen the words carefully and grasp. Try to grasp what is given in the passage. Bhaskara II was a famous scientist. He was Bhaskara II, the name of a scientist. He was a great scientist and a great poet too. Two means ಕೂಡ ಅಂತ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಯ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಯು ಹಾಗೂ ಕವಿಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿದ್ದ ಕೂಡ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಟೂ. He was a Kannadiga. We have to proud of it. As we are Kannadigas, we have to proud ourselves that he was born in Vijaypura. It is the new name of Bijapur, right? ಹಳೆ ಹೆಸರು ಬಿಜಾಪುರ ಅಂತಿದ್ವಿ. Now it is named as Vijaypura. His father was Maheshwaropadhyaya. Who was Maheshwaropadhyaya? What was he? A learned mathematician. That is why C.V. Raman has become a scientist, right? His father was a learned mathematician. ಗಣಿತ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಜ್ಞರಾಗಿದ್ದರು, mathematician. Bhaskara's first teacher was his own father. Bhaskara's father, Maheshwaropadhyaya, was his first teacher. Bhaskara invented. What was his achievement? Bhaskara's second achievement is he invented Kalachakra. What is Kalachakra? The time clock. The time clock, what we have, right? Kalachakra. Have you listened? Shall I ask questions? Right? Which I am going to write? Answer here. The first question: where did Bhaskara II born? Where did he born? Yes. Huh? Yes. Vijaypura. So in Vijaypura. Vijaypura. Second question: who was Bhaskara's father? Yes. Who was Bhaskara's father? Maheshwaropadhyaya. Maheshwaropadhyaya was Bhaskara's father. What was Maheshwaropadhyaya? As we discussed in the paragraph, right? What was Maheshwaropadhyaya? Yes, a learned mathematician. A learned mathematician. Now, Who was Bhaskara's first teacher? Huh? Who was Bhaskara's first teacher? Yes, his own father. His own father. Who was his father? As we know, Maheshwara Upadhyaya. So, as he was a learned mathematician, he taught his son Bhaskara second. So, last question. What did Bhaskara invent? What did Bhaskara invent? Yes, you know it. Yes, yourself? Correct. Bhaskara invented Kalachakra. What is Kalachakra? What it is? The time clock. The time clock. Right. So this is about the passage, listening passage, which was given in the text for second lesson. So shall we start the second lesson? I hope you have textbooks. Please open the lesson Sir C.V. Raman. So the second lesson and the poem, the combination of these two, the second lesson is Sir C.V. Raman, and the second poem is very beautiful, The Little Busy Bee. So this joining these two, combination of these two, the title given to this unit, it is combination the poem and lesson. It's a combined. It is combined as a unit, right? The title is given to this unit is Kayakave Kailasa. Kayakave Kailasa. So what Basavana has told in the 12th century, right? 12ನೇ ಶತಮಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಸವಣ್ಣನವರೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಾಗಲಿ ಕಾಯಕವೇ ಕೈಲಾಸ, right? So shall we start the second lesson, Sir C.V. Raman. So, a small activity is given to you, my dear children. What you have to do is find the names of the scientists and their inventions are given here in match the following. Right? You search these things and match the inventions which were invented by the scientists. Will you do it at home? Right. Shall I begin the lesson? Sir C.V. Raman. So, first I go through the paragraphs. First I will read. So, while I am reading, what you have to do? Observe the words carefully and give attention towards voice modulation. Right? Sir C.V. Raman was a great scientist. He was awarded the Nobel Prize for his work on scattering of light and his discovery of the effect of light rays, that is Raman effect. The government gifted him 25 acres of land to carry out further research work. Raman Institute was the dream child of Sir C.V. Raman. Let us know. Sir C.V. Raman was a great scientist. No doubt at all, he was a great scientist. Still today, we remember him for his gifts, for contribution to the field of science. He was a great scientist. He was awarded the Nobel Prize. It's a great honor for India because he was a Nobel awardee, right? Nobel Prize for his work on the scattering of light and his discovery of the effect of light rays. His discovery is mainly known as Raman effect in science, right? Raman Parinama inde ಹೆಸರುವಾಸಿಯಾಗಿದೆ ಇವರ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆ Raman effect. For this Raman effect, he got Nobel Award. The government gifted him 25 acres of land. See, the government by doing his research, by observing his research in science, The government has provided 25 acres of land. It's not an easy. It is not an easy thing, right? 25 acres of land to carry out further research. Why did the government provide 25 acres of land? To carry out or to make more research work in field of science. Raman Institute. Raman Institute. Raman Institute. Raman Institute was the dream child, dream child of Sir C.V. Raman. So when he was a child, he dreamt to start or set up his own institute. Right? His own institute. That is why it is named here as Raman Institute. So in a childhood, he wanted to set up his own institute in his life. It was a dream child. ಬಾಲ್ಯದ ಕನಸಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಬಾಲ್ಯದ ಕನಸು. ತನ್ನದೇ ಆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. So now let us begin the first paragraph. It is given in a simple language. Right? Sir C.V. Raman was born on November 7th, 1888 in Tirchi. He was the son of Chandrasekhar Iyer and Parvati Ammal. Chandrasekhar Iyer was a professor of physics at Hindu College, Visakhapatnam. Raman studied there at the Hindu College High School. He was very much interested in science from his boyhood days. Even as a boy, he had made the model of a dynamo. During his school days, he borrowed science books from college students and read them. Thus, from his early days, he showed great interest in science. Unfortunately, he used to fall sick every now and then, and he was not able to attend school regularly. What a pity thing it is, right? He could not attend the school regularly, such a scientist, right? Even though he became a great scientist of India, right? He was got Nobel Award. Let us discuss. Sir C.V. Raman was born. So in this paragraph, what is given here is biodata. It is nothing but his biodata. He was born on 7th November 1888. 1888 born in Trichy. He was son. So his birth date is 7th November 1888. Where did he born? In Trichy. He was the son of Chandrasekhar Iyer and Parvati Ammal. So these are the parents. Who were Raman's parents? Chandrasekhar Iyer. Chandrasekhar Iyer and Parvati Ammal. So these two, father and mother of Sir C.V. Raman. Chandrasekhar Iyer was a professor of physics at Hindu College, Visakhapatnam. What was his father doing? Chandrasekhar. He was a professor. Where? Professor of which subject? Physics. So that is why Raman also took interest in the field of science. As his father was a professor in physics, Raman also likes physics very much. So this was the impression of his father on Sir C.V. Raman. His father was a professor of physics at Hindu College, Visakhapatnam, Hindu College nalli physics professor agidru. So Raman studied there at the Hindu College High School. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಜೊತೆ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೈಟ್ somewhere in your government junior college, see college section and high school section. Raman studied there at the Hindu College High School. He was very much interested. ಅದೇ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲೇ ಓದಿದ್ದು ರಾಮನ್ ಕೂಡ. He was very much interested in science from his boyhood days. So as he was a boy, in his boyhood days, ಬಾಲ್ಯದಲ್ಲೇ he was very much interested in science. ನೋಡಿ, ಸಣ್ಣ ಹುಡುಗನಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗಲೇ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. So you too had your own dreams, had your own interest. So you have to move on in the same way what Raman had done in his life. So he had made he was very much interested in science from his boyhood days. Even as a boy, he had made the model of a dynamo. Look at here. Even as a boy, he had made the model of a dynamo. So for science exhibitions, we are going to prepare some models, right? Science models. So here, Raman, even as a boy, he had made the model of a dynamo. Dynamo the mother ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? During his school days, what it shows? He prepared a model of a dynamo. What it shows? His interest in science, right? During his school days, he borrowed science books from college students. Why did he borrow college students' books? Do you think? Why? To read. Yes. As a boy, look at here. During his school days, ಶಾಲಾ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಕಾಲೇಜು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನು ಇಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದ. ನೋಡಿ, borrowed science books from college students to read them. ಓದ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಿ, to read. Here it is given to read. Why did he borrow college students' books? To read. Thus, from his early days, from boyhood days means its early days, he showed great interest in science. That is why he became such a great scientist. Right? ಬಾಲ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿಯ ಕನಸು ದೊಡ್ಡವರಾದಾಗ ನನಸು. Thus, from his early days, he showed great interest in science. Unfortunately, fortunate, unfortunate. Fortune, misfortune. Prefixes, how they are changing. Fortunate takes the prefix unfortunate. Fortune takes the prefix misfortune. Unfortunately, he used to fall sick every now and then. Opposite word, as I told, now, opposite, then. Every now and then, and he was not able to attend school regularly. Why was Raman not able to attend school regularly? Because he used to fall sick. He used to become patient. He is getting sick every now and then. Right? ಆಗಾಗ್ಗೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಿದ್ರು. That is why he was not able to attend the school regularly. So this was a bad thing for Raman. This is affected in attending the school regularly. His health is not supporting him to attend the school regularly. Let us come on to the second paragraph. In spite of his poor health, this is a phrasal verb. In spite of his poor health, he got first class in his matriculation examination when he was only a boy of 12. He passed the intermediate examination from Hindu College and joined Presidency College, Madras for his BA. His relatives wanted him to give up science and take history and economics as his special subjects for BA. Since Raman had made up his mind to study science, he took physics. He passed his BA, securing the first rank and a number of prizes. He passed his MA in January 1907. Let us discuss. In spite of his poor health, his health is not supporting to attend the school regularly, right? In spite of this, instead of this, he got, even though he was not attending the school regularly, he got first class in his matriculation examination when he was only a boy of 12. 12 ವರ್ಷದವರಿದ್ದಾಗ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಥಮ ದರ್ಜೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತೀರ್ಣರಾಗ್ತಾರೆ. He passed the intermediate examination from Hindu College. From Hindu College, he passed intermediate examination. So in those days, this kind of examinations were conducted. Intermediate examination and joined Presidency College, Madras for his BA. Where did he join? He joined Presidency College in Madras for BA. Right? So for BA, to study BA, he joined Madras Presidency College. Right. His relatives wanted. Now he is moving in science field. He is studying the subjects which are related in science. But his relatives, what his relatives want? His relatives wanted him refers to Raman, wanted him to give up science. What his relatives are thinking? So Raman has to give up science and take history and economics as his special subjects for BA. So Raman wanted to join BA, Madras Presidency College, to study science, right? But here his relatives wanted him to take special subjects as history and economics, special subject for BA. Since Raman had made up his mind means he decided his mind to study science. Raman himself decided to study science as he was very much interested in science. He took physics. He did not hear the words of his relatives. He took physics in BA. He passed his BA, securing the first rank. Have you imagined? No. Yeah, he passed his BA, securing the first rank and a number of prizes. So in his BA, he got first rank and as well as he got so many prizes also. He passed his MA in physics. BA after he has done MA. MA is also in physics. Now it is called as MSc, right? In those days, MA, in the same MA we can study art subject and science subject. But now art subject is related to MA, Master of Arts. Science related subjects are related as MSc, Master of Science. Now physics, he passed his MA in physics in January 1907. He completed his MA in physics in 1907. 1907ರಲ್ಲಿ MA ಕೂಡ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. Now let us see the third paragraph. After his MA, Raman wanted to go to the United Kingdom for higher studies in science. But his health broke down again and he could not go. This was the greatest disappointment in his life. His relatives asked him to give up his study of science and take a competitive examination in Calcutta in history and economics. Raman did so and got along well with his new subjects. He got the first place in the competitive examinations and was appointed Deputy Accountant General in 1907 at Calcutta. His relatives perhaps felt happy to see that Raman had settled down well in life, but Raman was not happy. How could a scientist like Raman put up with the life of Deputy Accountant General. He felt like a fish out of water in his new post. But he still had hopes becoming a great scientist and was waiting for an opportunity. Right? Opportunity here refers to avakasha. Now let us discuss. After his MA, Raman wanted to go to United Kingdom. So where did Raman wanted to go after his MA? Raman wanted to go to United Kingdom for higher studies in science. Look at here. He wanted to make higher studies in UK. But at the same situation, his health was upset. His health broke down. Again, he became sick, as it was from the childhood. So his health broke down again, and he could not go. He could not go to UK for his higher studies in science. But this was the greatest disappointment in Raman's life. The question may be asked like this: what was the greatest disappointment in Raman's life? This was the thing. What was the thing? Raman was not able to go to UK because his health was not supported him, because he became sick. His health broke down again. His relatives coming here. His relatives asked him to first. What did they suggest? To go for history and economic subjects in BA. He neglected the boards. His relatives asked him to give up his study of science. Now see what they are suggesting to Raman, to give up his study of science. Vignana odudune bitbidu and take a competitive examination. Look at here. Nowadays so many people are fighting for competitive examinations. IAS, KS, IPS, KES, SDA, FDA. These are competitive examinations. In the same way, what their relatives suggest, give up the study of science and take competitive examinations in Calcutta, especially in which subjects? Again, they are suggesting history and economics. In these subjects, you take competitive examinations. His relatives suggested like this. Raman did so, right? Forcibly. He accepted. He permitted. He permitted means he accepted. He gave his permission. Raman did so and got along well with his new subjects. As he was a science student, history and economics were new subjects. Even in these two new subjects, he go along well. He got the first place in the competitive exams. Look at here. These are the new, even though they are new subjects, Ram studied hard and he took first place in the competitive examinations and was, as a result, do you know what a post he got? He became a Deputy Accountant General, DAG, which we can shortly say it as DAG, Deputy Accountant General in 1907 at Calcutta. Where? Calcutta. So he became a Deputy Accountant General. Highest score. His relatives perhaps, his relatives will become very happy because they suggested him. His relatives felt happy to see that Raman had settled down well in life. It's quite natural. Any parents or relatives wanted their children to be settled down in their life. So they felt very happy. At last Raman has settled down in his life. ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ತನ್ನ ಕಾಲ ಮೇಲೆ ತಾನು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು, ಸೆಟ್ಲ್ ಆದರು ರಾಮನ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವರು ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಪಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ his relatives became very happy by feeling that Raman was settled down in his life. But Raman was not happy. Even though he has got higher post, he became a DAG, he was not happy. How could a scientist like Raman put up with the life of Deputy Accountant General? Put up means bearing, size. How could a scientist ಲೈಕ್ ರಾಮನ್, ಒಬ್ಬ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರಾಮನ್ ಈ ಪೋಸ್ಟನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸಹಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ? DAG. ಈ what a comparison the author is giving here, right? Even though it is a edited part, what they are saying here is it is very well compared the Raman situation to this one. See, he felt like a fish out of water. Fish out of water. Fish out of water. What is the situation in the new post? What is the Raman situation in his new post? Raman feels like this. Raman felt like fish out of water in his new post. What was his new post? Deputy Accountant General. In this new post, what Raman feel? What Raman is feeling? He felt fish like fish out of water. ರಾಮನ್ ಈ ಹೊಸ ಹುದ್ದೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರಿನಿಂದ ತೆಗೆದ ಮೀನಿನಂತಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀರಿನಿಂದ ಹೊರ ತೆಗೆದ ಮೀನಿನಂತಾಗಿತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಥಿತಿ. ಬಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಈ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೂಸ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್. ಸಿ, ಬಟ್ ಈ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಹೋಪ್ಸ್. ಹೋಪ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಭರವಸೆ, ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇತ್ತು ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಆಫ್ ಬಿಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್, ನಾನು ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿ ಆಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇತ್ತು. ಯಾವುದೇ ಹುದ್ದೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಲಿ, ಏನೇ ಓದಲಿ, ನಾನು ಒಂದಿನ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್. ಭರವಸೆ ಇರಬೇಕು ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ. ಹೋಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಿಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಸ್ ವೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅನ್ ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ. ವಾಟ್ ರಾಮನ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್, he had hopes to become a scientist. Still, what he was waiting? He was waiting for an opportunity. So I hope from first paragraph to third paragraph, you today understood the lesson very well. Be safe at home and keep learning. Okay, let us meet in the next class. Thank you.